Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Can you blow up his phone constantly with texts saying like, "Hey, kind of need you on the show. Like, what time? What's your ETA?" But everyone do it separately. Like, keep hitting him with different things.
Why do they keep asking me what I want to eat?
Well, we do Zoom episodes for Legion of Skanks at home every week, and Lewis is always running a little late for it. It's fine. I've planned for that almost in my head. So I start getting on about a 2:35 versus 2:30 when we're supposed to be on. So when I start getting on there, and sometimes I'm going to be like, I'll be on 2:36 by the time I'm turning everything on. At whenever Lewis is sitting in front of that computer, my phone starts going batshit crazy from Alex, and he's yelling at everyone that texts me. I'm like, where the fuck were you? What do you think his answer is when he comes in here now? I totaled my new car. Did you know, this wasn't on this show, Jacob, but did you know Lewis tried to buy a new car in Queens, and the guy pulled a sword on him?
No way.
Him and the guy got into such a thing that the man eventually brandished a samurai sword. It was fucking crazy. Which, by the way, the guy's a jerk off. That guy was clearly a unhinged lunatic. And we looked up his Yelp reviews, and the Yelp reviews were terrible on this guy. This guy's a maniac. He says the craziest shit. He wants to kick you out. He wants you to leave, and he's just a bad guy to work with, and he changed the deal in the middle. Not one of those say brandish sword. If that ever happened before, that'd have been the thing. Lewis still drove a lunatic to his brink.
In Lewis's defense, Lewis and I both love a deal. We love a bargain.
Sure.
Okay? Have I bought a bed at a place called Furniture?
Yeah.
Yes. How long did it last? 2 days.
2 days?
2 days I got out of it.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I definitely have. I never even thought about that when I was younger. It's like, we have to go for a couch. The first place in the window that said couches, I'm like, I go here. It didn't even think about it. Those big, just like storerooms full of shitty couch. Furniture is a great name. But yeah, if you go to a place called, it's like like,
did I buy a bed from a man with a diamond tooth?
No, I'll tell you what. That's a comfy bed for
Without
sure.
seeing it? Seeing it in a book only? Yes,
I would have done that.
Did I pay cash? Yes, I did.
Did he ask if you wanted a receipt and you swore up and down you do not want a receipt? I need no proof of purchase here.
He offered me $200 off if I would pay cash.
Nice. What was the bed?
Oh,
It was. It had all storage underneath, and the headboard was a bookshelf. It was beautiful. And second day with it, fucked right through it.
Really?
Called the furniture place. 3 days later, they came, and it essentially had to rebuild it with a second bed. And then the guy said, these guys don't work for free. I'm expecting you to tip everybody at least $100.
$100?
That's crazy.
For refixing my fat fucked bed?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
He goes, well, what were you doing on the bed? And I was like, sleeping. He's like, nah, I know you were doing something else. And I'm like, is the bed not made for that?
No. It is funny how I'm looking at some furniture now, and I still look at those things all the time. Like, there's some couches, you don't even look, it's like, weight limit 300. It's a weight capacity of up to 350 pounds. You're like, in one spot, I hope. Like 350 pounds, like distributed throughout couch? No, that's not going to work out. There's no fucking way.
We've lost like 3 couches at Gas Digital. There's
Why?
some big people that sit on the couches in there, and they've just collapsed underneath people's weight.
It's happened? Like, on somebody?
Yeah,
Not
I
to
saw
me.
it. No, not.
God bless.
I'll tell you who.
Go on.
It's Mike Suarez.
Oh.
It was on air.
Oh, poor mush. Well, that happened to a guy at my special taping at Skankfest. The guy chair just sunk in the middle. And I saw that happening. It's definitely happened more than once in my life, but the only one I remember was because I caught it so wonderfully at the right time outside the Comedy Cellar. Those flimsy little, like, thin metal, like, border chairs with, like, wood slats. And I sat in it one time, and I felt as I sat in it, it felt like ice cream was melting under my ass. And I knew, and I had to process everything. I go, why am I still moving? Does this chair have this kind of function? This is me taking it down. And I was able to, like, catch myself in a squat and, like, stand back up. Inform nobody. Let the next fat person deal with that. Could you? No one.
This was Jay's head at the time. Oh no, my chair's falling. Oh, and I sat on my ice cream.
My ice cream. Jacob, you've never even once thought about that in your life, but also if it happened to you, if you broke a chair, no one looks over like, whoa, but like if they make fat jokes, they're joking. It's like, well, that must have been a really shitty chair. Me and Zach, the blame is always going to fall on, it was us that was the problem for sure, not shoddy workmanship. Lewis, you all right, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I don't know you were late. Sometimes you come in hot when you're late.
No,
it
great.
depends on the reason.
I mean, I am hot because I was eating hot sauce on my halal chicken, my street meat. So
Just now?
I'm sweating.
You're late from street meat?
I'm late for street
It's not
meat.
a good fucking reason.
I was starving. I needed to eat something. I'm sorry. And the guy took forever. Look, I don't think he should be in this country.
The guy himself?
Yeah, I was like, you know what, sir?
I think if you just give his name to 311, they get him out now.
Yeah, I think we can get him deported.
Isn't it that easy?
Maybe.
Everybody, the Puerto Rican rattlesnake Luis J. Gomez is here. Luis, Zach and Shannon here promoting the Lewis and Zach Show, everybody. Live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon-ish, I'm guessing?
That's correct.
Noon-ish at the Gas Digital Network. Listen to your episodes wherever you get your podcasts. I was saying it's so funny, like your producer / like performer thing, like the crossover, those are so funny. I'm like, when we do the pre-records on Wednesday,
Yeah.
I was saying it's funny. It's like we say 2:30. It's going to be about 2:35 because of your travel. I go, and if Lewis is in front of his computer at 2:35, if I'm not on there at 2:35:30, I go, Alex is blowing up my phone. Like, where are you? We're trying to do a show here. I go, I've been fucking home all day.
To be fair, Jay, you're never on before me.
Correct.
Ever.
Right.
Yeah.
I remove myself from being able to go, and we're still sitting here waiting for him. You're right. I'd rather Alex give me a call that I will ignore because I'm already signing on.
No, this is what she does. She was like, it rang twice and he deaded it, so he'll be right on.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, I did it every time because I'm going to yell at her for something that's not her fault.
Yeah.
She go, Jay, are we going to be doing this thing or what? Like, I'm 30 seconds behind what we said. You motherfuck. Did you drive in your new car?
Yeah, well, it's used.
New used car?
I drove in on my my new used car.
Does
and
it
I parked illegally, praying that I'm not going to get a ticket. And at 6 o'clock, I have to type in the meter because that's when the meter that's when you're allowed to park there.
Free.
But I'm just hoping that the meter maid's not going to come.
It's possible.
Maybe.
You live on the fringe, dude, with that car.
What do you
on
mean?
the fringe. You've been driving the shortest amount of time of any of my friends who drive, and you've been like in the most like not drama is the wrong word, but like situations of driving.
They're called car accidents.
Yeah,
But they're not all accidents.
well,
Isn't it not all
it's a
accidents?
situationship that I have with driving.
Situationship.
I have a little bit of a situationship.
With accidents, you and accidents are on and off. But was it all accidents? It was, well, I guess they're accidents. It wasn't all like other people accidents, just like stuff.
No, it's all fender benders for the most part.
Yeah.
You know,
And then one total.
but that was a fender bender. I totaled my Audi with a fender bender.
Where'd your fender bend into? Your engine?
Yeah, but is that like Uma Thurman getting out of the coffin with the 1-inch punch? Like you just fender bendered the car?
I think I hit a steel deer.
Dude,
That'd be like at the bonus level in Street Fighter. If you just
E-Honda'd it.
the Audi has a lot of pickup. I'll tell you that much. And I went boom right into the back of a GMC truck. Had a goddamn scratch on the GMC truck. My entire front end bent in. I was like, that's not going to be that bad. They were like, no, sir, this is over. You
That's
can
not
no
a
longer
fender
have a nice
bender.
car.
That's not a fender bender. That's a totaling
My
accident.
fender was bent, to be fair.
Amongst other things.
There was some other things, you know. Both headlights were smashed in, and you know.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
you got your fun out of that Audi though.
I did. It was 4 years. You know, that's all you need.
How many accidents?
That I was personally in, or how many that somebody else was in with my car? Because the first accident was my son's mother.
Okay.
She just pulled out and just fucking a taxi just sideswiped the entire
Did
front.
more
end of
than
the car.
one woman?
No. My other ex-girlfriend, Natalie Cuomo, would she grinded my tires, the
Brakes?
No.
Hubcaps.
No hubcaps,
Rims?
Zach. The rims. Thank you very much. Sorry, we got to get the Staten Island whore.
We
knows
want
the
Puerto
proper.
Hubcaps?
Yeah. So,
Dude, you should get hubcaps on your car.
dude. Yeah. No. They
So you
were.
got a bad rim job from Natalie Cuomo.
They were all chewed up.
You got
Oh,
your
she
rim
road
chewed up
rashed.
by Natalie Cuomo.
She rim rashed you.
She rim rashed me.
I did that, when I got
To be fair, I also did it to myself like 100 times
buddy,
as well.
the first new car that I got while I was with Christine was a Ford Explorer, and I couldn't wait. The first thing was when we were still doing Creek in the Cave for Legion of Skanks. And I drove there one day, found a sweet parking spot real close, and just heard that the first day, like,
A first day? Oh, it's brutal.
I mean, it was like first week for sure.
Yeah.
And you got out and you go, damn, and it's forever. It's forever.
Well, I got the wheel plan now, so if I do that, I can just bring it in and they will fix them or replace them.
Dude, that was, and then the first week I got my my maroon Hyundai Santa Fe I used to have. When I got that years ago, I picked up Dave Attell for a road gig.
That was a real chick magnet, that car.
Oh yeah, we brought it in that fucking red Hyundai tape player attached to a fucking CD player. But that car, the first week I had it, I picked up Dave Attell to go on the road, and it's just like, a cloth interior car.
Yeah.
And I mean the first hour we're in that car, he was smoking a cigarette. He laughed, and he just rides his cigarette right along the top of it. And,
You have too much respect for Dave Attell to be mad?
Buddy, I acted inside. I was crying. I'm like, this is the first time I've ever been able to afford a new car, even though it was like, a $12,000 Hyundai. I was like, this is a big deal to me, this car. And he shreds. And he says right away, to his defense, completely actually to his defense, and he would have done this. He goes, geez, that's probably expensive. He goes, probably got to do the whole thing, huh? He goes, all right, just let me know how much that costs when we get back. I'm sorry. And I was like,
no problem, Dave Attell.
Who gives a shit? Dude, that thing died from mileage with Dave Attell burns right in the roof from the fucking week I got it.
Oh, shit.
And then there was
If I would have done that to Jay's car, he would have fist fought me. We would have been rolling around. We would have fought up against the car like the end of Rocky V.
Sue me for what? My new Hyundai, it's all fucked up.
Shit.
Sue me for what? Then the other new car I had, that was when Craig Gass fucked girls in it and got dirt all over the inside, and they robbed my car. Didn't have new luck. And then one I got, that was the best, dude, when I was in D.C., Christine, you were with me, right? That was a new car.
Oh, yeah.
And I parked at the DC used to have, they used to put you in a boutique hotel across the street from like the Improv, pretty much. And they had, it's so funny, it was $40 a night valet parking, which was excruciating to me. Especially when I'd be going in there to open for somebody, which I was. You're getting a couple $100, like you've now spent $200 in parking off the bat. So that would suck. And we go there, I paid it. And we go upstairs. The next day, the guy who parked the car, who took it for valet, goes, he goes, hey, man, when you brought your car in, was there like a little crack in the windshield or anything? And I went, no, there was no little cracks anywhere. It's literally a brand new car. It's brand new. I go, so there was no cracks at all. He goes, oh, well, then come with me. And I go with him. Here's
Dave Attell with a hammer.
Hey, when you brought this in, you had 4 tires, right?
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you how crazy this thing is. Did it have a little crack in the windshield? I was like, no. He goes, let's go. Now, what's funny is this hotel, one of the few things I liked about it was the windows opened far. So you could smoke cigarettes out the window and not have to go downstairs every time.
Or commit suicide.
Or kill yourself. When the guy goes, come with me, I go downstairs. The windshield is pulverized, and there's smashed glass all over the hood of the car. I mean, like, this is the guy who parked the car. He goes, hey, when you came in, was your car bashed to smithereens? Because I was a little tired. I don't remember. Come with me then. Somebody had thrown, someone drunk, like, threw like a rocks glass out of one of the windows of the hotel.
Oh, no.
And it went right down, just bashed my windshield apart. I didn't even know how to start to handle that. And people go, Safe Light, man. It's a company that comes and they, Safe Light repair, Safe Light replace. And they come right on the spot and do it right there for you for like $200. And I was like, really?
Windshield repair?
Yeah. I was like,
no.
Yeah. I was like, really? They go, yeah. They put it on. They gave me the paperwork. Looked good as new. I left that 2 days later. I left to come back to New York, got on the highway, and I hear, I'm like, what the hell? He just sealed
Steve,
it wrong.
learn how to whistle.
He just sealed it wrong. And it just, again, that was the first week I got the car. Never fixed that from the time I had the car. Something fucking happens immediately.
There's a little rattling in the Acura. I don't know what it is.
You don't want to know.
I don't know what it could possibly be. When there's somebody sitting in the seat, there's no rattling. When there's nobody in the seat, there's a little and I'm just like, what the fuck is that sound? I don't even know how to describe it to the shop. I'm like, hey, there's a rattling sound. Come for a ride with me, sir.
Have you hammer?
Don't sit there.
Have you hammer fisted the passenger seat just out of pure, God damn it, why? Because that's what happens to me whenever I'm driving my car. Here and there, every car I've ever had, and someone explains it to me as they go, it's generally there's a rock just in your wheel. But when you're driving against like a wall on a highway, you're close to the median or something, you hear it. And it's like, and when I hear that, dude, I literally want to cry and yell at God. I'm like, I don't want to deal with a problem right now.
I hate it. Before I ever get that repaired, I will die. It's never going to happen. I don't even know the first step of getting it repaired.
There's a wonky seat. He goes, how so? I go, I don't know. It's just wonky.
There's a rattling on the right-hand side of my car, sir. Can you tell me what that is? What? Here's the thing. I think it takes a big man to admit that he's a bad driver. And I will tell you right now, I'm just a bad driver.
Dude, that should have gotten more from the room.
All guys want to act like they're good drivers and that they can fight.
You were defensive over that for a bit. Maybe you've gotten so good at fighting you don't care if you're
I was taking
driving
a defensive driving course. Jay, legally, they required me by a judge.
You probably could take a class that would get your insurance down.
Well, we'll see. It's gonna. Well, now that I've totaled the car, we're gonna see where the insurance is at after March. Then it's my new insurance is coming in.
You got to go to that. I never even thought that was a thing. Like, what was the guy from Major League that would do the commercials for insurance? And he's like, hey, and if you stay out of accidents for a whole year, we'll knock your insurance down $40.
Well, I was in an accident for 2 years, Jay. 2 years, no accident. That's a big deal.
Until the one
that totaled it. Yeah.
But
now
saving
if I
up, all those little fender benders were leading up to the biggie, dude. You had to train.
Well, I had a bunch of little dings and dents from just like backing into things. Also, my car had a brake on it where like if you bash into something, it stops, and that just failed. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
That's Audi's fault.
We had a wig out.
It died the death of 1,000 fucking cuts. That thing, it worked to death. That thing died like a fucking Chinese rail work.
I can't stop no more. Look forward.
It was an Audi, but my fender was an innie.
Well, I didn't know how bad it was when you came down to do. We did Story Wars in Philadelphia. You were like, I thought you were kidding, and then you showed the picture. You're like, God, it's so embarrassing. Pulling into the lot, but the lot is blocked directly by the line of people waiting to come in.
They cut the line off, so it's before the lot and after the lot. It's just lines of fans.
And they just see Lewis pull in with a car that was bashed to shit in the front. And they're all taking pictures, laying on his hood like it was them they hit and shit.
You know when like Hulk in the Avengers movies would smash the fronts of cars? That's what it looked like.
Lewis took that down from New York.
I did. But how was that totaled?
Because repairing it is
I know, but
more,
because I'm an ignorant woman,
I thought like if it drives, it's perfect.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about totaled? I drove it, asshole. This is me to my insurance person.
I feel like the same way when they told me. So when Kurt Metzger got my car stolen way back, when they told me that was totaled, they just kept saying it was totaled, but it wasn't. I was like, so what? They smashed it up. It was in an accident, and they were like, no.
It's just a total piece of shit.
No, it wasn't that. They were about fixing it. It was more like, I think the cop ended up kind of telling me, it was like, it was the emotional thing that you would do by getting this back that like, we're almost doing you a favor by, it's a $1,200 car. Yeah. So he was like, we're doing you a favor by totaling this. But it was just like I told you, the guy like stabbed through my headshots on the dashboard. My
Dude,
first ever headshots.
When I totaled the car and I was getting my stuff out of it, I was just so mad. I took a knife and I started stabbing the seats.
Well, it is totaled. I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, no, I mean, they were going to auction it off, but then I did more damage to it for the next guy.
No one gets it. Everything's stupid.
I scraped the key along the side of the door, or not the key, but the knife. I had like a pocket knife on me. And
that's great. What if you found a great hidden compartment? Bobby said he found a safe in his old apartment one time, which makes me think, when I move, should I have some metal detector, go see if there's some safe in this house somewhere?
There's going to be a safe. It's probably very unlikely.
I know.
And a metal detector is just going to like detect all the pipes in the house.
So smash 1,000 walls. Christine, safe, hammer! Fuck, just another goddamn pipe. Christine, safe! Dude, we're talking about cars going. I watched all that like body cam and true crime shit. You watched a lot of that too, Shannon. You love it. Did you see This was the craziest on so many levels. It was
Someone help me.
a guy running. They'll kick you out of series for that.
For touching Shannon against her will?
Yeah.
She's my girl.
Only here. Oh, okay. Then do it. Then do what you please, dude. Sirius does not step in if it's your bitch. I've learned that. And don't worry, guys. These cameras don't work because they fired the video department, which I thought was my friend Paco, who I pay to film. It turns out these are cameras. All these 4K, $10,000 a piece. I was told. No one here to run them. If you were wondering.
I was.
I had a feeling you were. But it was a body cam of a guy running from the cops. It wasn't even that big of a deal, whatever his problem was, I think. And then he gets off an exit, and the cop goes, "Duh, son of a bitch, I think just lost a tire." And he's going.
And
it was not a tire. It's a fucking car seat with a baby in it, covered with a blanket. And I mean, it flies out of the back window of the car.
Oh yeah,
and
I saw
bounces
this.
all along the highway.
Yeah.
Then the guy apparently called.
This baby is unkillable.
Buddy, he calls his wife, the guy in the car.
Yeah.
And all the information he gave her, he goes, "Hey, I dropped off Kyle at over by exit whatever, and so you might want to go grab him or whatever." And she's like, "What?" And the cops all go there and realize what happened. Dude, you saw this? They find this car seat upright with a blanket over it, and she picks the car, and the baby's like, "Yeah!" And she's like, "Oh, baby, you're okay."
Yeah, she's like hysterically crying.
The baby had bruises.
Yeah.
Bruising.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a great ad for that car seat.
That's what I said. I was like, what is that, Graco? What is that? That's got to be a hell of a brand.
That baby is unbreakable.
Yeah, no shit. Beware of that baby now. It has powers.
Hold on, give me that baby.
Yeah. He goes, yeah, one day you're just stoned and go, when you have the baby in the bath, you go, just dip its head underwater a little bit. He goes, breathe. Breathe if you can. Oh, no, wait. Wasn't water the only thing that can kill Unbreakable?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you drowned in a puddle.
That's right. You drown him in a puddle. The easiest way to kill him.
Yeah.
Mr. Glass was all bones, and the Horde was all in his own head? I don't know. They Shyamalan twisted me right out of knowing if anything was real in that movie or not.
Yeah.
Shyamalan's lost his shit. You heard it here first.
Doesn't his wife make movies now or something?
His daughter, I think.
His daughter, oh.
Yeah, something else, Shamgums. She did that show Servant, which was pretty good. But that last one he did, Trap, it wasn't even a twist.
Is that Josh Barnett?
Yeah, there was no twist.
Name? Is that the wrong name?
Josh Hartnett.
He was just on the show.
Yeah.
Josh Barnett's a fighter.
Yeah, he was on Lewis and Zach last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. He's still fighting?
Yeah. Well, he does like pro wrestling now, but he also just does some MMA fights.
It is cool to know fighters, unless they're not good and lose a lot.
Yeah.
I know.
Ixnay on the icky all gay.
This is a live show, Lewis.
Edit.
It's too late for this. It does. I'll tell you
I have a
what.
picture with Mickey. I'm doing the CM Punk hands. I look so confident. Like, this is my new famous friend.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be brutal. It's
It's because I've trained with Mickey. You would think that he's like a Terminator. He's so good.
Yeah.
Except when he's up against other guys in the UFC, he falls apart.
It's so. I used to text him before fights because I thought it was so cool to know a fighter and be friendly with him.
You convince yourself that you're bad luck.
I'm the bad luck. So then I stopped, and then I would just go after the fights. I would go, well, as a buddy, let me give him like and I mean, I would send him girlfriend shit, like still the toughest guy I know, and
just squeezing your tits together.
Yeah. Why don't you come home and cry in your D's? So I was
You're still a champion to me, baby.
and then I just started staying out of it altogether, and none of it helped.
There had to be the day after he lost the fight where he just picked up his phone to no notifications.
No, buddy, you don't understand. I think it was me. I think it's me that's causing you this problem. I don't know how, but I feel like I am. I'm sports supersticious, so somehow my good luck call hurts.
I have a Mickey Gall voodoo doll that I throw down the stairs every day.
Dude, the last one was I was on the road. I think Louisville it was, and I was watching. I ordered it in the green room, and just the timing of his fight, I had to go on towards the end of the first round, and it was just both of them feeling each other out. You know what I mean? Nicky threw some good shots. The guy threw a few. And I was like, they're like, Jay, we need you on in like a minute. And I was like, oh, all right. And I was like, all right, let me watch this last minute of this round, and then I'll go on stage and rewind it and watch the rest when I get off. And it's just like out of nowhere, just a flurry just drops him against the cage. And I was like, oh, like Jesus.
It's rough.
It's tough.
You have to act like you didn't see it. You're like, no, I didn't watch. Well, did you fight this weekend? Cool.
Dude, There was one. Me and Christine went out to that cousin Vinny's place in Point Pleasant, and that was a night of
Uncle Vinny's.
Uncle Vinny's, yeah. And we went to
Wrong generation.
apologies. But me and Christina, there was time before the fight, so we let's go over and watch. I think Mickey's fighting. Around the corner, there was a bar that was showing the fight. It was him versus Junior Brown, and not only was a loss, it was like the bloodiest. Like he was massacred completely, like in that fight. And you just gotta go oh,
It's rough.
hey man. Hey, I'm performing at the Stress Factory if you want to come hang out or something.
Because like our worst night is like a bomb. Like, yeah, I'll get him on the 10 o'clock show. Dude, fighting the stakes are so much higher.
He goes, "Do you need ice or anything?" Like, no, no, I'm fine.
Like, if you lose in the UFC, you have to contemplate a new career.
Yeah.
Literally one bad night, you're like, is this going to be what I do for the rest of my life? 2 or 3 bad nights, you're like, oh, I have to come up with a new thing completely.
Like,
I've
that
invested
sucked.
everything in my entire life into becoming a UFC fighter.
Yeah, and 5 bad nights, you go, oh, I think I have to murder my family because the devil keeps telling me to.
If you have to have any moment in your career where it all comes down to this, I mean, it's such a setup for failure.
Yeah, I will never have those type of stakes in my life.
It all comes down to this, or we'll get it on the next taping. Yeah. Like, there's no, I mean, there's nothing you're going to do. I mean, I guess Rogan and them did it live, but like stakes are low in that because like the idea of that audience that would be there that's going to it's going to go bad for them.
Oh, dude, if I did, I couldn't do a live special.
I would. I said I want to do a live crowd work one.
I would fucking melt.
Yeah?
I know I would. I would be so nervous.
Once you're still getting nervous on stage moments, I try to fake like I'm not, but the first like 2 or 3 shows when I do on like the like Bert's tour or something like that.
That was 15,000 people. That was nerve wracking.
I'm saying it's like right before I go, it's like no. And by the way, by the time you get to like the second weekend of it, like you just realize it is like a rhythm to it that's fine. But like those first few, you're like,
when I opened for
stakes
Shane,
are high.
I did a stadium show with Shane.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even nervous about it because like it's big crowds, they're just easier. But James McCann, his opener, he went up first, and he's so funny and so likable. And I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. Because I'm just like a curmudgeon, and I have really dirty jokes. And he's just like killing with this fun Australian accent. He's like, oh, hey. And he's
if you remember,
murdering.
that's also the guy who the whole stadium booed him.
No,
also.
that wasn't him. It was a different guy.
Australian? Both
No.
Australians.
No, I don't think the guy was a Philly guy, the other guy.
Oh, was it?
It was a
I
Philly
thought it was
guy,
another
yeah.
Australian guy.
James McCann, dude, he's so funny.
I've
What a
never
funny
seen
comic.
Christine said he was funny. She saw him at
Very
the
funny.
Radio City.
But then I got nervous because I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
If I eat a dick after this guy, it's going to be brutal.
Following somebody kill with the opposite of what you do is
Oh,
difficult.
my God. Yeah. Funny jokes.
Relatable stuff.
Yeah. Good all around
Good
writing
delivery.
and maybe like a polished act.
There's been a few times where I've seen somebody kill right before me, and I'm like, I think I'm going to kill myself before I do this. I remember one time waiting to go up, and the girl's closer was, this is my impression of Taylor Swift as a chicken. And murdered.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, I don't think they're going to like me. And then once at Governor's, there was a girl with a ukulele hosting, and this was her closer. My boyfriend's black, and I'm gonna be in trouble. And all these drunk whores go, hey!
I would have jumped in on that.
That's good.
Dude, the
I like
second
that.
she said, ladies
My
and
boyfriend's
gentlemen,
black and I'm going to be in trouble. How have I never thought of that in all my years of comedy and existence?
had there been a
My
gun on the bar,
boyfriend's black, and I'm going to pay his rent.
Hey nah, hey nah.
His
My
cell phone's
boyfriend's
off.
black and I got to drive him to quote unquote work. Hey nah, hey nah.
if there had been a gun on the bar, you would have heard, ladies and gentlemen, Zach Amico, and then 400 pounds hit the floor.
Yeah, following someone who kills doing that
With like horse shit. That's the worst. But that
Well,
James McCann wasn't horse shit. He was really
no.
good.
But you don't understand that.
But-
What's funny is remembering though when you would open with like the stuff I said when I was getting down to my underwear opening for people before, and definitely doing like performative things that involve like singing and dancing or something just over the top to get them to laugh. When that starts happening, especially when you're a not confident headliner, like a new, it's worse when you're like headlining like B and C rooms because there's someone who that's their whole life featuring for you, and they are masters of that like bullshit joke that kills.
Oh, the local guy? Because I do this a lot. I don't bring, if I'm flying, I typically don't bring somebody. I let the local guys open, which I like meeting new comics.
Sure.
It's like, and honestly, like, they love it. There's like, on the road, all the comics are such fans of Legion of Skanks and the whole Gas Digital universe. So it's kind of fun to meet these guys. They're super pumped about it. But these guys, they've been doing the same 25 minutes. They're like, they're building out their first act.
Yeah.
And they're doing the same 25 to that crowd. They have all the local references. They fucking just level.
The local goddamn reference. Ooh, the bane of my existence. Take that shit down to Biscayne Avenue. And that shit does happen down at Biscayne. Dude, whenever I'm in Miami, dude, I brought Fenoy and Butterly this time to not have an opener go up there and be like, but you know when the Cubans are getting involved, and they just, damn it, dude, it's fucking brutal. But I had a guy one time, I
saw that show. You had the Cuban comedian murder before you go up with the local humor.
Yeah.
That was also the West Palm Improv is also done. Like they're I don't know if they're rebuilding somewhere, but they want to run shows in the meantime. So they put them in the Jewish Community Center. That's like one of those theaters that's memberships. So like local old Jews just have it. You can go to whatever shows at this theater. That was 80% of the audience, and I think Jacob and his family, and a few. It was like genuinely, it was probably about like 30% my audience and a bunch of these people who just came. So that crossover was also strange. You know what I mean? Because some people were really into it, and some people were like, oh, we should have looked up what this was, like for a while. But yeah, didn't matter. Old, young, Jewish, my audience, their audience. This Cuban guy got up there and just murders.
He mentioned the highway. The specific highway and killed.
I think he also has. His routine is also like, I know I look white, but I right.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a lot of like that.
Did you do like a dance at one point?
That's,
like
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those? Oh, it's so fun
doubt.
though. What fun is that?
Oh, buddy, if I could just only dance on stage.
Dude, fuck.
Oh, hey, you guys ever see a fat guy move like this? El Gordo, yeah. He's El Gordo, yay!
Latinos are garbage.
Don't get beat by a buffet. You know how I go crazy at the buffet. Big yay, Gordo, yay.
What are my gorditas at tonight?
Mucho gorditos.
Yeah. They,
you know, I was watching the beginning of Fluffy's special the other day, or just the trailer for it. I'm like, how has that guy not lost weight yet? There's so many things you can do now, and he's so rich. How's he not done any of them?
Yeah.
Strange.
His audience brings him cakes.
Really?
His fans bring him cakes and cookies.
Is that
Full
true?
cake. Yeah.
Imagine having an audience you could trust to eat what they brought you.
Yeah, really, no shit. Also, that's just a strange thing. Like,
I
like
believe
feeders,
that's right.
like those feeder people who get like fat women and just keep feeding them food. That's a great fetish.
Yeah, he's got to stay fat. He's fluffy. That's his whole thing.
But you could stay fluffy and not be like the same fat he's been. Always.
Yeah, but that's the dude. He's a famous. We don't understand. He has mall kiosks during Christmas time in Latin areas. They
Really?
have the Fluffy store
Really?
at the mall, like the same way that you'll see a guy like massaging ladies' hands and shit at the mall.
I'll always
They
forget.
have the Fluffy store.
I'll always regret not thinking of the logo first, though. He's got the fat Jordan. That's a good one. When someone does a fat, already been done logo, it makes me laugh. Steve-O's got the fat mud flap girl. That's hilarious to me. Anything you add fat to makes it funny. And I should have thought of it before Fluffy. Although if my life was constantly calling myself Fluffy, it would upset me. I went with Big.
Yeah, Fluffy's more likable.
Far more likable. But his comedy's also much more likable.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I first heard of you, I thought Big Joe. I thought you looked like the guy on the Bounty paper towel roll.
Big Paul Bunyan.
I would tell people that when I was selling comedy club tickets. I was like, dude, he's big. He's got an axe. You don't even know, dude.
She wears suspenders, thick ass suspenders.
Dude, fucking plaid red shirt.
Do you remember the
thick
guy?
beard.
Hat with ears on it.
Yeah.
You know, this is the thing maybe we can get into too. I was talking to Black Lou outside before. We're thinking of having Black Lou infiltrate a comedy class somewhere. We're going to put him in a comedy class. Got to figure out which one I want to send him to. Who's the comedy class teacher I want to laugh at their teaching?
Are they still doing comedy classes? Not in New York City.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Absolutely.
Let's see.
Let's see what's coming. Because I want to infiltrate. I got to see who's giving.
Somebody actually bought ManhattanComedySchool.com.
No, that's Andy Engel. is ManhattanComedySchool.com.
Do you remember
It's
him,
like a
Lewis? Were you around for
bringer.
him?
Did you ever?
Andy Engel was the bringers at Caroline's when I first started. You had to bring 10 people and give them $50, $25 for, and you'd get a tape of your set. That's disgusting.
Yeah,
That's a crazy thing to ask of people.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I took Buddy Flip's comedy class.
Did you?
Yeah, what was it? He just let me sit in for free because I was promoting the New York Comedy Club at the time.
Right.
You know, I learned some things.
Did you though?
Yeah.
What?
How to do cocaine.
Is that what he showed you?
I did a lot of cocaine above the New York Comedy Club.
With Buddy Flip?
No, with Ozzy Baez, who was the old
dead.
manager. Dead. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good thing you did the coke first. You know what? I don't think I'm going to do this. Buddy Flip.
He
I
still
remember
has
Buddy
one?
Flip.
Does he still got a comedy
It
class?
says the deal's expired, so this was a Groupon.
Dude, Groupon? What if someone buys? Well, I don't give a shit about comedy, but I'm not going to turn down a Groupon. No, don't look at Buddy Flip. Look up who's doing them in general.
That's what I just looked up.
Because-
Comedy class, New York City.
Thank
See what's
you.
here.
My comedy teacher was Dante.
Really?
You were with me.
Well, I came,
You came for the showcase.
but Dante was teaching the class?
Dante came and did like a day with us. Dante was my teacher. Yeah.
Dante's like, be really intimidated.
Make
Put
them
a
laugh
bone through
or
your
else.
nose.
Tell them they can laugh or I could do things to you.
This site is, it said it was originally the Caroline's comedy class.
Okay.
So this is what's going on with them.
With who?
NYC funniest stand-up comedy.
Oh, so is it,
class.
let me see the picture. Is it
That's why I'm trying to find a picture of the teachers.
is it Diane Smith?
It's so funny. All the people that are in comedy classes are always like, just like people in their mid 40s, mid 50s. You're like, what do you think's going to happen here? You think it's just going to all of a sudden start happening for you?
Okay. Ben Rosenfold.
I know Ben.
Rosenfeld is teaching that one. Do you like Ben? I mean, I'm saying, do you know him enough to like him?
I don't really remember his act or anything.
Fine. So he's on the table, Lou.
He's on the table.
He's on the table.
Anyone, look, if you're running a comedy class, you deserve to be shamed. So it doesn't matter.
Don't say
if I
this
like
one.
them or
Don't
not.
say this one's name, Lewis. But this is the one whose niece I hooked up with, and that was the Dave Smith went to her house with me. Do you remember this girl? You have to remember this.
No, you got to give me more info on it.
Cocaine. She did cocaine.
Do we have a special
then-
name for her?
No, me and Dave though.
Do you remember the name I'm thinking of, though?
Yeah.
Who worked at Caroline's?
Oh, maybe it is the same person. What do we call her?
Hep C?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay, we're all caught up.
We're all caught up. Yes. We did call her Hep C.
We did call her Hep C. What a nickname for a chick.
That was a tragic chick.
Yeah.
But that was my insecure. That was one of my best insecurity comes through in a split second moment. Is Dave Smith was with me and I was like, this girl like fucking is wild, dude. Like she wants to hook up, and I go, if you come over there with me, she'll probably blow both of us. And then so she started hooking up with me, and then I said, I go, hey, I go, should Dave stay or you want David? She goes, I'm down. And then I was like, wait. It's just that easy? I thought you really liked me or something, you crazy whore.
I had almost the same story happen. I was hooking up with this chick, and then I
it
made a
always
joke.
Dave?
I made a joke. We were standing
always
in New York.
Dave?
I was like, "Oh, me and Dave should double team you tonight." And I was like, I had hooked up with this girl maybe 5 times, and she was cute. And she was like, "Oh, that'd be hot." And I was like, "You whore! Come on, Dave,
Say no! Why would you do that?
let's go fuck this girl together, Dave." And then Dave didn't even fuck her. He just let her suck his dick while I put my little dick in her. And then he just pulled out and shot it onto my sheets. Oh, I hate him.
I have also had sex with women that Dave has been like, I'll allow them to suck my dick. Why do we keep this piece of shit around? He's changing our fucking ratios up too much.
Fuck me, dude.
Me and Lewis were just 2 steps to get to Dave's enormous cock.
And what a whore. She just wants his big dick in her mouth. You get nothing out of it, you pig.
She goes, I've never had my mouth so full. It's delicious.
I was like, oh, it makes my jaw hurt. I love it.
That's like a feat. I can't believe I've accomplished this.
She's an unhinged her jaw like a snake to get Dave's big old cock in her mouth.
Dave's big fat dick.
Fucking Dave. God bless his children.
Okay. Ow. Lou. I'm not
Yes?
sending you to this one. I just smashed my finger in the thing.
Okay, so it looks like
No,
Lou
we're not
also
doing
sent
that.
me this. This is from the South Orange Maplewood Adult School.
This guy's
Stand-up
this guy's
comedy.
trying to stay at home. I don't like Maplewood. They killed my manager there.
They did.
Is that where he left?
My manager was
Oh,
murdered.
We don't talk about Maplewood.
I can't really walk through the streets of Maplewood. The streets are hot.
They killed my manager there.
I wish a Maple would.
Oh, shit.
Do you know the instructor, though?
Wait, let's see. I want to see. Christine, you got to
who
go through
is
the
it?
instructors. That's what's important.
Oh, Jay August.
Please, let me see who that is.
Oh wait, isn't there? No, this is Vince August. I'm thinking of. He was a lawyer comedian.
It's been
Judge.
in Edinburgh.
I think,
Judge,
right?
Well, he was a lawyer at one time.
Yeah, but I think he was Vince August. Yeah, he was
Oh wait, maybe it's Jay August. It's Judge August.
It could be Judge August.
Could be.
By the way, he claims he's so good at comedy, it's not even funny. I like that. So it's a little funny write-up.
There we go.
Okay, I think this is him.
He got 181 followers on Instagram at least.
Okay. All right. So Lou, he could probably tell you how to get to at least 100 followers. Was that Zach in one of the flyers?
No.
I thought I saw Zach. Go up one more. Nope. It was Rich Duggan.
No, it was Richie Duggan.
You're gonna get that sometimes.
Is this him? I think that's him.
Yeah, Jay August.
He looks like old Jay Okerson.
The funniest comic in New Jersey.
Impossible.
Okay.
Impossible.
All right. Challenge is out. All right, let me tell you something.
I live in New Jersey.
But here's the thing about
You're about to live in New Jersey.
Christine, do me a favor. Bring up some J. August comedy, please. Lou, the only problem with the J. August is this guy's already got a career. He's just trying to make ends meet. No one puts as their header funniest comic in New Jersey. That's a valueless statement to make. So J. August is, while it would be fun, I don't expect it. What I want is somebody who's like, I know this business, and let me show you the ins and outs. A D.F. Sweedler, perhaps. What is this? Gotham Writers Workshop? No, not writers. I went the one where at the end of it they have you perform. And I want to write Black Lou, the blackest Def Jam set anyone's ever seen. It's going to be bad.
What if he just goes with it and then
Straight
surpasses
pro-
all of us in comedy?
I like it. Straight pro-Trump. Straight pro-Trump. And we got to get you a saying of somehow. Ain't it be like that? That's not too bad.
Oh, I have
word.
one. I've really wanted to use it.
Go ahead.
Hot barbecue.
Hot barbecue.
And every punchline. Hot barbecue.
I don't mind that.
And you can come out to the bump, bump, ba-da-dum. Hot barbecue. Hot barbecue
mind that.
merch.
Hot barbecue's not bad.
Go into hot barbecue. Sell hot barbecue sauce.
It means nothing, and it gets people excited. Like
Hot
hamburger.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hamburger. Just hot barbecue.
But I like Zach's putting the snap on it.
Yeah.
Hot barbecue.
Yeah. He comes
Black
out.
Luke,
Ladies and
can I
gentlemen.
hear your hot barbecue call?
Hot barbecue.
Okay.
That's good.
That's good. That's really-
Anytime a joke doesn't get a big laugh, you gotta go hot barbecue.
You go, look at these fine ass fat white bitches in the front row. Hot barbecue.
Hey,
I like it.
Lou, you can have hot barbecue.
Titties so big, your nipples resting on your knees, bitch. Hot barbecue. You can mix up the way you say it. Hot barbecue. Comedy saw classes. I'm always ready to send you to Rick Chrome and Veronica Mosey. That's hilarious in its own right. That's not bad. Who else we got?
Did we already look at Gotham?
Isn't that did we look at Gotham? Maybe
Why don't
Gotham.
we host our own stand-up comedy class, Jay?
Sure.
That'd be fun.
We could do comedy writing boot camp. Ooh. Wait, all right, I have to read these because all these different classes that are possible. Can you go to the one below this? Because that was the one that got me excited the most. Comedy career intensive. They're going to tell you how to attack the entire career in one intensive. Let's see. It's geared towards those comics looking to break away from the pack of new comedians and are serious about becoming a pro. These are such money gouge bullshit things. Yeah. All right, you already took a class. You probably think you learned everything you know to start comedy. But I didn't tell you about the career part yet.
Now you're ready for the career intensive.
Yeah. Oh.
Only $600.
I hope to God whoever's at the head of this pyramid scheme is raping everybody. I really hope it's like in what was the guy? The Keith, what's his face?
Raniere.
Keith Raniere? Nexium. I hope it's Nexium cult style shit at the bottom of this because this is forcing people to give you money for nothing. I want to read it. Please note this class is open to any comic that has completed the level 1 stand-up comedy class or has submitted a tape of a performance and have at least 1 year of experience. What we should definitely
So it's like
do,
at the carnival where you have to win a small prize first to trade it in for a bigger prize.
yeah.
This sounds like the day in middle school where they separated the boys and the girls for health. And the guys have to take a class, and the girls just it's a whiteboard that says "fuck a booker."
Fuck a booker, fuck him good. Don't be an asshole when he stops fucking you. I tell you what, Lewis, what I would like to do is definitely, I would like to send in a tape to see if I don't have to take the level 1. That'd be nice just to find out if I pass through level 1. Huh?
You want to skip?
No.
Very entitled, Jay.
I think I'm going to, no. We're sending Black Lou through the fucking gauntlet of these classes.
It's a boot camp.
Boot camp first.
You got to go to boot camp.
Let's see you know what? I'm jumping ahead. Let's get before the career intensive. Let's see what we got to jump into. First of all, are you even funny, Lou? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't fucking know. No, Lou's very funny. Has he ever been interested in doing stand-up? No, right?
No.
Do you think you have what it takes to be a comic? You don't, correct?
Not at all.
He does not. Would you like to brush up on your public speaking skills? Sure. Anyone's happy with that. Okay. Whether you're just starting to break out of the comedy scene or professional, wanting to learn more about the industry, Gotham Comedy Club has the tools to help you with the art of stand-up comedy. Now, I'll let you know the owner is one of the people who broke Sue Costello. So keep that in mind always.
Her Twitter is
Facebook.
No, I follow her on Twitter. We follow each other on Twitter.
Thing?
She posts minute by minute.
I know. Also on Twitter?
On Twitter, yes, dude.
It's my favorite thing. Now, I got to tell you, Bobby Kelly steers clear of this subject every time I try to bring it up because he says you're summoning her like Candyman and she's going to be on you and tell you that you're one of the people who are hurting her.
Dude, it's wild. I follow her. I always liked Sue.
Yeah.
She's hilarious.
Yeah. Surprise.
Does her Twitter name have a court case?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. It's
Costello versus Paramount.
you know what's funny? I'll say this about Sue. I'm going to say something nice.
She's her own lawyer. Costello, and Costello.
That court case is front of her mind all day.
Yeah.
It kind of leads her path as she moves through life. It's a great follow.
Yeah.
I've never followed the Twitter.
Yeah, look at her tweets.
Well, I'll tell you what. What's his name? Donnell Rawlings mentioned her name in a positive light
3
on Club
hours
Shay
ago.
Shay. 3 hours. Yeah, but there's going to be go to Facebook. Lewis, you're wasting your time over here.
Really?
Facebook's way better. Her Facebook is world class. It's I look at it every day. It's part of my it's in my life as World Star Hip Hop.
Do you read it in her shitty Boston accent?
Yes, every time. 2 people out loud usually. Oh my God! It just she tells you, by the way, if you get in her way, dude, she will fucking end you.
Wait, can we please take the everything else out of it? The fact that this is a professional entertainer. I just fell over on the bus.
With all my overpriced groceries, I'm still happier than those in power. What? What? Get home! A creep was leering at me this morning while I waited for the train. I've been out for hours. Just got on the train going back the way I came, and he's sitting in the car I walked on. What are the chances of that? Now, what's the best part? That's a bad example of her thing. You'll scroll up. Don't worry. It's coming. There you go.
Can I say what's worse than that?
Yeah.
That was 4 hours ago. That means she has to take a bus and a train to get groceries.
Oh, Jesus. But the thing is, her deal, she talks about all this, and now she's taking over the world, and everyone's going to see, and her new project's going to be the biggest thing. And then the best part is the real laughs, the comments. It'll be like 1 or 2 being like, rooting for you, get him, girl, and then like a vacuum cleaner advertisement or something. It's so funny.
She's a boyfriend.
I was born this way. This guy is, I don't know, maybe. I do believe that people who hurt when they were alive are around us in love now. She's losing it.
Yeah.
It's, by the way, and there it is. It's always, she's involved in whatever news story is happening. Watching a documentary about the 1% done by a Johnson & Johnson heir. I told a story on their penthouses in NYC, hired by Nantucket Film Festival. I have 2 friends that are billionaires. You want what they all want? My humanity, because it's priceless. And every day it's that. He goes, you'll never buy my integrity. You'll never get me to shut up and silence me. But no one's listening.
What if she's telling the truth, Jay? What if she's actually has all of this information on everybody?
She is.
You think she's...
Yeah. I think she's telling the truth.
Think she has 2 billionaire friends?
I think all of this is very, very real, and it's happening. I'm not questioning that. Don't put me in that category, Lewis. That's asking for a war that I don't want.
No.
I'm saying I believe very, very much the things she's saying. Absolutely.
At
what
I
Costello?
know two billionaires. Do you think she means the 2 stars of the boxing movie she was in?
That's right. Sue Costello was in The Fighter. She was actually a pretty big part
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
she was.
She was one of the junkies.
Do you think she means the 2 stars of that film?
It's very possible. She meant those 2 billionaires. Morning, sugar muffins. Look, it's happening. People will look over my whole career soon. Had a Zoom call this morning, and the woman said, Sue, I could watch you on Tough Crowd and think, how does she do that? None of these are... By the way, that's also a lot of things she likes to point out compliments she gets that aren't that great of a compliment. It goes, I don't know if you saw, but Colin Quinn recently said on television that Sue Costello did a good job that one time. So look out, CBS. No, I have
God,
no...
I hate the Boston... The phonetically spelled Boston accent.
Oh, it's the best.
The guy who started Kinko's.
Yeah, they called him Pube Head in high school.
That sounds racist.
Oh my God, they called him that because he had kinky hair. That's what he's getting his revenge by owning everyone. Like, she's like on a fucking mission. She's on a mission to nobody. That's got to be bizarre.
Yeah.
Now, that's the not being able...
If you did assault her at one point in your life, though, you got to be like, fuck. Fuck. She's going to tell everyone.
He goes, boss, she's getting some traction on this last one. No. Stop it down.
Oh,
It says here on Sue's Facebook that you fucked her against her will.
But that show was like the early aughts. Like, why not just continue on with your career? Like, I think
she's actually crazy.
She holds on to the Costello and this lawsuit like I held on to the Legion of Skanks scripts. I'm like, no! It's going to be a thing!
It's perfect the way it is!
It doesn't even need tweaking! What, you want to give us the professional writers? Suck my dick, HBO.
It's so funny. That's just the best moment ever is when, what's his name from Billions?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Brian Koppelman.
Yeah, Koppelman was like, hey guys, if you want to do this, the way we did it, we got up at every day before work, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. We wrote 5 days a week. On the weekends, we spent a few hours together. And literally, I just watched Jay checking out of the conversation.
Yeah. Well,
during
his
Braveheart speech. I watched Jay look at his watch. He was like, I'm not doing that.
By the best part was he invited us in. I think I produced this thing. I go, Brian Koppelman, who wrote Rounders. He's written all this stuff. He's a producer. He does comedy. I've become friendly with him. I go, he's willing to talk with us because I told him that we're writing this thing. He wants to kind of sit and talk with us. And he took us to an office where he had, he was showing us a new show he was working on. Maybe it was Billions. Who knows? But no, that was too long ago. But it was he had note cards, like a grid of note cards that he put up. He goes, I work with note cards. You can do it on a whiteboard or something. But every day, he's just going through every day. This is the process. And then we sit here for 7 hours and kind of, put the work in, and then we get something to eat, It's just
Jay's like, when we get paid.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, dude, I think we're just going to write this line by line the way we've been doing.
We wrote it. We didn't do character descriptions. We sort of just introducing. We were writing a script called Legion of Skanks. We are not creative. And it was a TV.
But we knew that name was going to pop some way.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be something.
Like an autobiographical movie?
It was
just going to be a TV pilot.
Basically, it was Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia in New York.
Yeah, we performed it on Legion of Skanks. We did a table read, which was funny.
That was very fun.
Yeah, I put it in ChatGPT and it reformatted the first scene. Did you see that? I sent it.
No. Really? Oh, yeah. Yes. I did. It was a while back. We did it a little while ago.
No, not that long ago. A few weeks ago.
I did read it. Yeah. I did read it. Yeah. Absolutely. Christine, J. August comedy, please.
He's impossible. There's a guy that is not him.
What?
I can't... And there's a black guy, but this is him.
That looks like a memorial.
That looks like a memorial.
Find...
That phone number looks like death dates. This phone number looks like death dates.
This said clip, but it's not plain. There we go. Okay.
Well, wait. Let's do it when we come back. I know we got to take a break. We got to do commercials. Oh, yes. Lou, meet your new professor. Buckle up.
We got plugs.